Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin or cryptocurrency called Elrond or eGold. Some people call it eGold because an acronym over here. It's up 3.5%. Little baby pump going on for Elrond. Show you quick things. It's overall fundamentally, it seems to be a pretty good ecosystem as far as what they have going on. Not bad, but you know, Elrond hasn't been performing for a little while, but we got to find out why. What's been going on with it? So here's the deal, guys. Here's all the areas that the markets, the exchanges that Elrond is on. Okay, so we have plenty exchanges for people when they start seeing green candles, they go in there and pump it. You know, they go in there and pump it more. So, you know, you want to get in before they get in. You want to drop in right, slip right in right before they get in, and then they get in, and then they pump it, and then you ride the pump. That's how it works, right? That's how it works pretty much, guys. So they have a lot of Twitter followers, 636,000 followers. So you have a lot of people can really, you know, jump into it. You know, they're not believing it right now. They're believing that it's probably going to go down to, I don't know what they think it's probably going to go down to. I've been keeping up with Elrond, so I just still go over the fundamentals and technicals with you guys, give you an overall picture. Let's go out to the weekly, take a look at Elrond. Okay, here's the deal with Elrond. RSI data, serious pump right there. Okay, a serious wave right there. And then this is all a correction for Elrond, this whole thing. Don't. And then this is a three-wave swing for a diagonal. So it went up here, blast, correct, up on a three-wave swing for a blast, and it came back around. Okay, so here's the thing that's important for Elrond right here is that the RSI is all the way down there. Okay, now does it have more downside? That's going to be open for debate. It's open for debate, or is it done right there? So would the trend line go right there like that, or is it going to come down more? Open for debate right there, guys. It might be done. It might be done. I have this as labeled as an ABC. This is actually a very complex wave. Okay, very complex. It's a WXY. We'll put that out there. It's actually a WXY. I just labeled a three-wave swing because there's a probability that it's done right there. I'll show you some things on this coin. Okay, you can see, come out here to the daily. Here's your proof that this is a three-wave swing right here. Okay, there's your five-wave move on your A. You see, there's your divergence right there. And you come over, this wave is higher than that wave on the RSI. So your A, B, C. Here's the other thing that's interesting too, let you guys know. This is the highest peak impulsive move when it finished. You notice that? February of 21, boom, it came swung back around right here to complete this expanded flat, and then it swung back up. I find it interesting, you're talking about Bitcoin. You know, when did Bitcoin in its wave? What have I been saying? Right around February or May, right in that area, kind of like when Elrond did over here. It came over and done a swing, did a corrective swing up, kind of like what Bitcoin did too over there, right? And now it's over here doing its correction. So here's the move. Boom, boom, back down, up, boom. So the whole three-wave swing is like this. Boom, boom, okay? So over here, I'm going to show you something about that in a second and show you with this. So now you're going to come over here to see if the correction is done. So is the trend line going to go right there or right there? Personally, I think there's a high probability it could be done. This is, if you check the length of this wave to this wave, it's more or less like a 1-to-1, which would make sense to me with all this, what it had to go through all this. And then the next move, the reason I got this trend line here, guys, is like this, is that you got to touch here, touch, and then a throw over a little bit, a throw over a little bit here, and more or less a touch right there. All these touches right on this trend. So in my opinion, I think it's a significant trend. You got a trend here, and then maybe that's the end of it right there. Okay, so there could be a swing like this. So up, more or less for Elrond is, you know, up, boom, maybe something like that. Okay, possibly. Just an estimate, guys. It's going to be hard to get a target on something like this with Elrond. Okay, probably somewhere up into these areas at least, or something like that. doing a contracting diagonal where this would be, you could count this, if this is a diagonal, and you could count this whole wave like this, boom, and then it corrects, and then a boom. So you could get something where it did do more or less a 1, and then maybe back down for a 2 and go up for a 3, and then maybe a smaller wave over there or something like that. That's going to be open for debate of the swing, or this whole thing like this, guys. It could be something, you know, and then 2, and then up for, you know, a diagonal type move back down for 4, something like that. That's going to be open for a debate, but we're concentrating on what the, you know, this wave right here, okay, instead of figuring out the whole structure for the time being. All right, so let's go down here. 1 to 1 here. These all look good. 1 to 1 here, flat, ABC up, a 1 to 1 here, so it looks good. There's a chance it could be done here, and the reason I say that is let's go out a little bit farther into this wave. Okay. Here's a coin you might want to pay attention to. Now you can get a diagonal move out of this. This is to me is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is more than likely a diagonal move, impulse move that it made there. Okay, so here's the deal with Elrond. What could be going on? Just an FYI. I'm not saying that it is, but it could be a 1, 2. Okay. And then you may have a 1, 2 here. You could have a 1, 2 here. Okay. And then you could have another 1, 2, and then maybe it's doing something like that. That is a possibility. Okay. So let me remove those real quick. All right. That is a possibility. Other than that, if it's not, and I doubt that this is it, out of all of this, and now it's going to swing down and swing up and swing back down to make even this huge correction that's going to last this long, the likelihood of that happening is not likely, in my opinion, but it could. So you'd be looking at a correction that's already gone on for 486 days, and then it's going to last that long based off that wave. Very, very odd. Very, very odd. So what I'm saying is, with this move, there is a probability, a good probability, that it could be warming up to boom, get out of there. Okay, so take a look at this. You see that move right there? Look at that move right there. Okay, let me go back out to 12 hour. You get more clarity. You see that move? Look at the move that Elrond's making right now. I'm going to show you something. Check this out. Let's go over to, I'm going to follow this trend line. Okay, look at that. What's that look like? What's that look like right there? So you go over here, 1, 2, something like that, huh? You go 1, 2, just like this. You go 1, 2, just like that. And then you see 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you probably can see maybe it happened something like this. Maybe that was the 5. And then you can see what happens next. You see what happens next? All right, so we're gonna go back over to its, I'm gonna go back over to that. All right, guys, just saying, might want to pay attention to Elrond and start looking at it. Okay, so let's go back out to the weekly, take a look at it. Let's take an overall big picture of this and take a look at the RSI. Done there. There's the lowest peak on the RSI. Here's Elrond's move over here. Okay, we can get RSI data to the 20th of November, which is right there. So here it was in this area, blasted off, okay? And now the RSI is over here. So in my opinion, there's a pretty good probability that it's going to at least move 50% of this wave, and there could be a decent probability of, you know, a move out of there like so, like that, guys. Just my opinion on it. Okay, I think the downside is, there's a potential always for downside. You always have to look at it. Okay, what's my downside risk rather than the upside? So you're in it. Okay, what's my risk to the down? And then comparing that to the up. And right now, to me, it looks like Elrond or eGold is one that has probably a pretty good cryptocurrency to look into and go, let me investigate this one. What's going on? Especially when you take a look at the fractals, if you will, of what's going on. Look at that. Look at that. You see? Right here, guys. This is what I'm looking at right here. And then you have another one over here. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do appreciate you. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.